LP chair. And boy, we're sure glad to see so many people out today so early in the morning.
Yay!
Saturday. Let's first, really quick, we've just got a few minutes here, so we're going to go around. I'd like to have first all of our local officials just wave your hand and say you're here. Let's start with Tom Massey right over here. All right. I saw Frank. Where's Frank? Okay, Frank Holden's in his pickup over there ignoring us. Right. Is Dennis here this morning? Okay. And I know that Jim Wilson is at a function down in Canyon City. That's our local officials. Well, guys, the purpose of this, they're putting the bus on the road. They're reaching out to rural Colorado. Every vote this year counts. Everybody's been watching. You know, the downside is it's kind of unfortunate a little bit that Colorado's a swing state and we're not over in that solid Romney column. But since it is a swing state, every vote counts. And Romney and Ryan understand that. Chris and his folks, they understand that. So they're on the road to just get the information out to people and to kind of get people rolling here. And so what I told them, what they asked me to do is just to say a few words. And then I'm going to introduce you to Chris so he can give you a little bit more information. But, you know, Chaffee County is really no different than the rest of Colorado. We're paying the same per gallon of gas that they're paying down on the Front Range, if not more. Price of food is higher, electricity is higher, propane's higher. A friend of mine, Frank Roberts, I don't know if Frank is here this morning. He's in the financial industry, taxes. He's told me that of all of his clients in the county, that every business is down from anywhere from 5 to 60%. You know, then candidate Obama campaigned on the theme of he was the one to fix the economy. It hasn't worked. He also said that if he didn't have this deal done in 3 years, it would be a one-term proposition. I'm hoping that that's one promise we can hold him to. Might be the only one, but I think that's one that we really, really need to hold him to. Now, last time, anybody remember how the election worked out in Chaffee County 4 years ago? John McCain did not carry this county last time. I'll tell you the reason I'm optimistic. One reason I'm optimistic is because we have this number of people at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. That's number one. Number two, in my few years of being chair, I have yet to meet one person who said, you know, I really screwed up because I voted for McCain the last time. I really should have voted for President Obama. Not one. But I have met dozens, probably hundreds, probably some of you in the crowd right now that said, man, I tell you what, we voted for that other guy and it just hasn't worked out. The reason that President Obama, the reason that I'm active in politics today is because of what's happening to our country, to our county, to my business and your business. Obviously, a lot of people feel the same way. I see an awful lot of people here that I've known that weren't active until we have the president that we have right now. We all decided to get involved in this, so this doesn't happen to us again. So, you guys get a chance to see me all the time. I want to introduce you to the fella here that's out taking the bus around and trying to get everybody rolling. So, this is our next president to be, Romney. This is his main man right here. Welcome, Chris Walker. Okay, welcome, Chris Walker, everybody.
USA! USA!
Everybody hear me okay, or should I need to use the bullhorn? I'll use the bullhorn. Okay. There we go.
Attention. Everybody can hear me now, right? All right. Okay. Thanks, Dave, very much. I appreciate that. First of all, let me just hear from everybody. Is Chaffee County Romney country? Yay! All right. I love to hear that. You know, this. I think Dave had a really good point. This is in 2008 we had a tough election, and you know, Chaffee County did not go for McCain last time, and we're going to make sure that it goes for Romney this time. Am I right?
Yay!
Yeah. We have 53 53 days until Election Day. And we have 19 days until the first debate, which is here in Colorado as well on October 3rd. So we've got not much time to get a lot done. So thank you all for coming out. It's such an encouragement to see so many great people out here at 8 o'clock in the morning when there's so many other things you can do on a Saturday. So it's a real testament to what you all believe in and understand the last 4 years have not been good for our country. President Obama said last week in an interview, somebody asked him what his grade was on how he handled the economy, and his answer was, it was an incomplete. Do you all remember seeing that? Well, incomplete's not good enough for you and your family. Incomplete's not good enough for my family, and that's why we really need a change in the White House. We can't have somebody who thinks an incomplete is an okay passing grade to try to get another 4 years. And I think you saw it in the DNC convention last week. This was a president who talked about a lot of things that they talked about the first time. Well, if he couldn't get them done the first time, why do we think we give him another 4 years to try to do it again? We have 43 straight months of unemployment over 8%. We have in Colorado 11,400 people have lost jobs since he became president. Overall, the economy, we have a net job loss since he's become president. And we hear a lot of talk in Washington about a new normal, and that this is just how it's going to be. And we know better than that. We know that Mitt Romney doesn't accept that. I think that's the big thing that we see on this is, Governor Romney has been somebody who's been a turnaround artist his whole life. He's turned around companies. He's created great industries and created thousands of jobs in the process. When the Olympics, everybody remember the Salt Lake City Olympics, there was so much scandal and turmoil with the Olympics, and they called Mitt Romney to come in and save it. And we had one of our proudest moments in 2002 to have the Olympics in Salt Lake, and something we could all rally around and be proud of. And this is someone who really understands the economy. This is somebody who understands that when you're a small business owner, yes, you did build that. This is something where you see a president who says, well, you didn't build that, you didn't have that, you had help with the government. And then he says he got misquoted by saying, take it out of context. Well, if you look at the context, it's actually worse. He believes what he says in that government is the creator of jobs, that government is the solution to problems, and we know better than that. We've seen, industries after industry saying that they may have to drop health care because of Obamacare, and, you can just run down a laundry list of things that we see the wrong priorities. And in this election, we really have a chance to say we have a real choice in this election. Is it going to be? Are we going to continue down this path that we've seen over the past 3.5 years, where we look at the government as a solution, where we look at government and stimulus that hasn't worked, and we look through the private sector where businesses and jobs are created. We have a president who kind of looks at the private sector as a way to fund government. That's just the wrong way to look at it. Individuals and people are what make this country great, not the government. So, we really feel like this is an important election. This is something where Governor Romney has a vision for our country. And what do we have from President Obama? We have, increased taxes. You didn't build that. The private sector is doing fine. Well, we know that's not the case. So, we really appreciate you coming out, and I think what Dave said was exactly right. Colorado is a swing state. Colorado, every vote is important. My hometown is Nashville, Tennessee, and I'll tell you a quick joke. Dave and I just met a minute ago, and he said, "What's with the jacket?" I said, "I'm from the South. I'm not used to 40-degree weather, but that's why I'm out here today, because I believe in what Governor Romney's saying. I believe in what Governor Romney's doing, and that's why I'm spending time away from my family to try to be out here to try to help generate as much crowd support as we can and make sure that we get out every vote. That's why it's so important that we come together, we make sure we're registered, we make sure that our friends and family are registered, and we make sure that we we get all of our people out to the polls on November 6th. It's just that important. This is a state that Colorado's a state that President Obama won by 9 points in 2008, and it is neck and neck. The Denver Post had a poll out yesterday that said it is a tie race, and that means every vote matters. In Chaffee County, all the way to Jeffco, it is important that everybody gets it, your friends, your family, your church, your business partners, everybody out to vote. So that's why we're here today. We have registration sign-up sheets over here. Alyssa and Ryan, raise your hands. There they are over there. We'd be happy to, if you like to volunteer, we have phone banks, door knocking, if you'd like to send an email to a friend, whatever you can do. This is that important of an election. Like I said, this is a choice. We have a choice to make. Where does our country want to go over the next 4 years? Do we want to go the same path that we were over the past 4? No? No, we don't. We want to make sure that we're going in the right direction. Let's make this country great for 200 years. So thank you very much. I'll be around for a couple minutes if anybody has any questions. And thank you again so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. Chaffey County is Romney country. Let's make sure we get that in November.